back, everyone, for part 2 on how to teach yourself financial literacy. I hope that you enjoyed the other video. Let's get started. On the next one is decrease debt. Decreasing your debt. That is so critical. Too much debt can stress you out, for number one. It can plummet your credit score. It can also hinder your financial future and your current state of your finances. Debt is the number one factor in people not preparing themselves financially. Goals should be set, and I hope that everyone knows to set a 6-month goal and a 5-year goal. You need that. You should have no debt except a mortgage. According to the Northwest Mutual 2021 Planning and Progress Study, adults over age 18 carried an average debt of $23,325 out of their mortgages. And that's a lot of debt. Now we see that especially with student loans. Student loans are like out of the yin yang. And I have a son that's currently in college, and we're paying 100% with a scholarship. And I refuse for him to get any type of student loans, because student loans hinder your future. Also, we have to change our behavior on what is a need versus a want. If you can get that behavior under control, that's a number one start for you. A need versus a want. I read an article where they said that if you want to purchase so bad, just wait and hold off about 24 hours and see if you still want to purchase that item. Most of the time, if it's a want, you're not going to want to purchase it. And we just have to control that impulse. Also, with your budget, if you want to get stuff other than outside your budget, you should have in your budget things that you want. I'm not saying that you have to, be so hardball where you can't, enjoy life either. You need to put that in your budget. Next is a very, very important one. Create emergency fund. An emergency fund is so critical. We saw that especially with the pandemic, with people losing their jobs, unemployment stopping, and just people, especially with the country was shut down. If you didn't have an emergency fund, you had to depend upon the government. And studies show that 39% of Americans are prepared to cover only $1,000 emergency fund. And that $1,000 is not including credit cards, but cash, $1,000 cash emergency fund. According to Bankrate. Also, 69% of Americans had less than $1,000 in their total savings. We have to get that up, because emergencies will happen, unfortunately. And if you have that cushion, it helps you out so much. It's less stress, and you feel so good that you didn't have to go out and get credit cards. When you create a budget, you should include a savings in your budget. I don't care if it's $5, $10. You just got to take the action to start. And one good tip is to automate it. If you automate it, you never see it, you never touch it, and also don't have a debit card for that savings account. You have to go and withdraw it. When you create a budget, again, you should always include your savings, because, again, life has unexpected events. Unfortunately, we have unexpected events. And you should also try to save it used to be the standard would be 3 months of your salary. Now I would say 6 to 12 months of your salary, just to have that cushion. Learn about the banking system. That is very critical also in your financial journey. If you can understand how the banking system works, how you can get loans. Local banks and your credit unions are very, very, very good to have instead of the big bankings. We've seen so many scandals with them currently, with the Wells Fargo not approving qualified applicants for minorities refinancing and also getting a mortgage. Also learn credit for your personal and business, but I was also starting personal. If you can run your personal finance like a business, business credit is going to be simple for you. It's going to be a breeze for you, but you got to learn how to do your personal finance. Learn what is a liability versus assets. You know, understand how assets help you than liabilities. Learn the stock market, investment, learning the stock market will help you also in your financial, especially your long-term financial goals. And just learn the basics. Learn how to manage your checking your account. I know that we don't have the ledger that we used to have back in the day where you can write checks and you write it out. I know it's a lot of people don't do it, but still do it with your bank statement. Look at your stuff online. Look at it twice a week. Learn where your money's going at. Look at your debits. Now some banking even give you categories of what's shopping versus what's eating, what's bills. And if you can look at especially your restaurants, if you can calculate all that, you can see how much you're really spending on going out to eat. And you can also take that and kind of look at your budget and see where you can change some things, especially going out to eat. We know that's very expensive, especially in this day and time. Also, learn how to pay your bills. You know, get a system in place. Get you a calendar where you can write your due dates of your bills. That's very critical also on your credit scores, paying bills on time. You know, no late payments. You know, try to get in front of that. Paying your bills on time. That's an excellent behavior for financial literacy. Also, pay constant attention to money, your spending, and your accounts, and just don't live beyond your means. That's what gets a lot of us, you know. Everybody want to be like the Joneses, but you don't know what the Joneses are going through. What looks good on the outside, you don't know how if they're sleeping at night, if they're arguing about money, if the stresses that they have. You know, we got to get out of the materialistic thing and just building wealth. This is one of the greatest times, if any, is to build wealth. If you want to start a business, start that business. But before you do that, you have to get a hold of your personal finance. Personal finance, run it like a business. Run your personal finance like a business. This is it. This is all I have. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope there was some encouragement. I'm so excited to share my experiences, share any clues, share what I've learned over the years through my personal financial literacy. And again, Beautifully Minded, we're here to help and change the mindset of ordinary people.